Hello, this is the Crazy Man 7777 here, and I would like to bring you guys into a classic uh, news video. Good old look at going to firefight on the Xbox 360, except for it's an emulator this time, and just talk about what's going on with the channel. Uh, where have videos been of certain types, and what's going on with the new Minecraft series and all that jazz. Alright, so, um, firstly, oh, what is this? Oh, okay, never mind. So, firstly, we always talk about the news for Halo Mega Bloks. Uh, right now, Halo Mega Bloks has just come out of a little bit of a lull. For those of you who don't know, there's a certain time in between the fall and the spring where there are no Halo Mega Bloks sets released, and there is also a similar amount of time in between the springtime and the fall time. So summer is usually also a lull. So uh, thankfully, I'm pretty sure that we're coming out of that. I have no idea when I'm going to get any of those sets, but I'm pretty sure that I'll get them pretty soon. Um, no confidence on that vote, I would say. Um, so, Halo Mega Bloks should be soon. There's going to be 2 Halo Reach sets, I believe, that I will be able to do, and a couple from Halo Wars 2, which I'd be very interested to look in, because at this point, I don't really trust 343 very much, so I'd like to know. It will give me some insight into what Halo Wars 2 might look like. I'm not going to be making any speculations based off of Halo Mega Bloks sets, though. It's kind of ridiculous. Um, I won't do that. I think that if you want bad speculations or okay speculations, you can like go to Halo Follower or something. But for me, it's always just about the set, so we'll make it about the set. Next on the list of things, we have, of course, World of Tanks. I feel like there used to be something else that was before that. Anyway, World of Tanks, I have almost completed the German tech tree, and we'll look at that when I do complete the German tech tree. Or maybe once I figure out how long I think it's going to take me to complete the German tech tree in the game. But either way, eventually we are going to get a video where just like me showing off the garage, because to be honest, at this point this garage is actually pretty impressive. It's not like sad impressive, it's actually like cool impressive. It used to be sad impressive because it was like, oh my god, Stefan, you have so many tanks that you're working on at once, what the fuck. Or Crazy Man or whatever. But now it's more just like, holy shit, Crazy Man, you've got like 5, I don't know, 6 tier 10 tanks. What the crap? Where did these come from? Stuff like that. So we'll be looking at that sometime soon. Hopefully in the near future, not in the sometime soon and then 6 months later future. Next, of course, there will always be World Tanks updates that I will be glad to show you guys if I actually manage to find one that comes out. Supposedly, sometime soon, there's going to be, actually no, there's no supposedly, I don't know. There hasn't been anything on that kind of front. We'll try to make more World Tanks videos. I got more and more friends on World Tanks as I get less and less friends on Halo, so, sad story, but I guess it has to go one way or the other. And right now it's definitely going in the other. Ow. It was going so well for a second there, but not really. Oh, I'm doing so bad now. Run away! There's a nice little bird clock there. Ooh. Oh shit. Alright. Clearly I'm a little bit rusty here. Alright, so, of course, the other news is always Halo. So, Halo 5 Guardians, it's pretty much a no-go for my channel. I was really hoping that we were gonna, you know, at some point Halo 5 Guardians was gonna get to that point, you know, that point where you're like, oh my gosh, let's go play Halo 5 Guardians for a whole night, but, you know, it never got there. You know, the sad part is that the game is a really fun game to play, but it just, you know, gets too repetitive because there's just not anything in it. You know, there's 2 Warzone game types at the moment, and the total is supposed to be 3, and there's only ever about 8 game types in Arena. That's really ridiculously low, even with the lower population that Halo 5 Guardians is running right now. And, you know, you have to remember that it didn't even start out with this amount. Like, the amount that it has right now is ridiculously low for a Halo game, but it started with, like, 3, you know, 3 things in Arena and 1 thing in Warzone. You know, that's ridiculous. And I'm not putting up with that kind of crap anymore. Thankfully I didn't have to pay for any DLC, because there isn't any DLC in Halo 5 Guardians. It's just shit that they already should have had in the game at the beginning of the game. Like, the stuff that they have right now in the game, if they had released the game right away, that would have been subpar for a Halo game. Alright? I think they're just trying to trick everybody, but everybody that's not paying attention to this game compared to the other Halo games, because it literally has less content in it. There's no argument for it, because even if you're going to be like, oh, there's more armor sets in Halo 5 Guardians, well, there aren't really. It's about the same amount as Halo Reach, and definitely the same amount as Halo 4, if you condense the armors into, you know, 343 basically copies their own armors over and over and over again. So, with the skins crap that they started in Halo 4, which the skins crap is fine on cool armor, but the problem is that they do it for every single armor, so there's a lot of shitty armor in Halo 5. A lot of it. Like, 200 pieces of it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, and you know, that's not even to think about the fact that, you know, there's no customization in that game whatsoever. You know, there's literally just, what are your colors, what's your emblem, and the emblem you can't customize other than the colors, and, you know, what's your armor and what's your helmet. That's it. That's like 5 things total. What the fuck, you know? So, contentless wastelands are not places that I like to spend a lot of time in, so I'm not going to anymore. That's just going to be it for Halo 5 Guardians. It's run its course, and it's run it really badly for me, so I am not going to continue trying to do something that's clearly impossible, which is think that Halo 5 Guardians is objectively good. It's possible that it's subjectively good, but, you know, like, it's clearly not well done in the objective category. You know, the writing for the game's campaign is subpar for a Halo game. It's like less than subpar. Even though it's better than Halo 4, it's still subpar, and it's still really low to me. And honestly, I can find more content and more enjoyment in just this game of Firefight than I can in like the entire game of fucking Halo 5 Guardians. So that's pretty much how it's gone. It's pretty sad, but there isn't anything for it. So, you know, we're going to be, in substitute, Alex3527 and I are going to be trying to do more content together where we talk about Halo 5 Guardians, because I still think it's a relevant topic, all because there is still a point where 343 could save the game, even though I doubt that they will. They're fairly incompetent. The only people on the only people that aren't incompetent are their Forge team. Their Forge team is very good, but we will get into that some other day. That's all I need to say for now on that. But you know, it's still a relevant topic. There's still a lot to kind of explore on that. There's still a lot to explore in the possibilities with that, especially since 343 is clearly kind of done with Halo 5 Guardians. All that's left is the race update and the race update and the actual firefight update, which we already know the firefight update will suck. So I guess that we've got only one update left, because Warzone firefight was absolute garbage when we played it, Alex35279. So we know that there's at least that part of the game that's absolute crap already without even having to play it. I think that at this point it's probably safe to assume that Halo 5 Guardians is not going to get any better, because they've only got 2 updates left and they still have over, you know, like 20 different game types that they're missing in the game and hundreds of maps. So subjectively and objectively, which is kind of a horrible thing. It is a horrible thing. Let's just go with that. They're ruining their own everything, pretty much. It's not really that hard to understand. So, what else? I think we're a little bit into the video now. I'm not quite sure. Oh yes. So, Minecraft series with me and Alex3527. That's already started. It's probably going to be just as infrequent as the last one. But Alex3527 and I decided that our Minecraft series are always better than most people's Minecraft series, and we'd like to keep it that way by actually doing more of them. So, we'll continue with that. The perfect part about it is that Alex3527 and I have no idea what the fuck is going on in the recent update of Minecraft, since we haven't played the game since it was in about, for the Xbox, I don't know what the fuck it was in, but I think it was about in 1.7 something, back when they had just added the end. That was my favorite update. I don't know about him. I think the last update he played was when they added horses. So that would be how far we are from the reality of Minecraft right now. So that will be hopefully pretty interesting. And what else? What else? I think that this summer we're going to try to start a new series of videos. We can't really give out too much information on it right now because that would be spoiling it, but it's going to be really interesting, and it's going to involve lots of Halo Mega Bloks and lots of McFarlane toys. If you guys know what we're talking about. So hopefully you don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. Anyway, what else do we have in the bucket of things? We're going to try to do some stuff, more stuff with tank models. You know, put them together, you paint them, put them together with the glue, you paint them, all that stuff. But not in that style. It's going to be different than that. Those kind of tank models is all I'm trying to say. And hopefully we have in the bag Halo Wars 2, but I'm kind of doubting it at this point from 343's track record, so we're just going to have to assume that that probably isn't going to be a thing that's going to be any good. So, oh yes, lastly on the list is anything else, which we've already started into. Anything else would include Battlefield 1. Alex and I have been looking for really good World War I game for a long time, so I think that it is safe to say that with Battlefield we're safe, because with Call of Duty we're not fucking safe at all, and I'd rather not have to play any more Call of Duty games in my life. So I think that we will be able to do some fun stuff in Battlefield 1. Alex and I've never played a Battlefield game before in my life. I literally was not interested at all. I don't like Modern Warfare very much, but Old Warfare is my favorite, so I guess that. And, you know, that's what all of us gamers have been looking for, is some Old Warfare, and Call of Duty is an absolute ass and won't give us anybody, but we will get ourselves some World War I action, and I'd really like to see that. Looks like a pretty good game. The actual look of it is really nice. Hopefully it's like the other Battlefield games, because then maybe I'll get a little bit more into Battlefield, but probably not. So, that's kind of the thoughts. That's what's going on. Haven't been much on any games that I've been able to make videos about. That's pretty much the reason why. Because I know you guys don't want like a million World Tanks videos. I could do a million of them, but I like to keep it kind of sparse on all the things, just kind of make myself a little bit of a pattern of weekly things that I might or might not put out. So I didn't really feel like letting you guys down by having a bunch of World Tanks crap in a row. So I've only had a little bit of World Tanks crap in a row. That's pretty much the story from here on, and from then on, I guess, as well. Now I will be making a nice little rant video about, you know, all of the main problems that I have with Halo 5 Guardians, because I think that it's a thing that people need to know if you're going to watch my channel, because, you know, I don't want anybody wondering, like, you know, Stefan, or, you know, Crazy Man, where's all your Halo 5 videos that you promised us? And, you know, I really like to kind of show you guys where they are. They're in the fucking dumpster with Halo 5 Guardians itself. So, well, I wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't. I really wish. And I think that Alex3527 and I will be able to come up with a conclusion to our Halo 5 Guardians miseries that we've had. You know, I think that we can make a fair conclusion about how 343 is as a company at this point, because they've done almost this exact same thing for like three games in a row, not including Halo 5 Guardians. Oh, sorry, yeah, including Halo 5 Guardians. And think that we can show people why the game is bad and why you shouldn't be playing it. And it is bad. It's not. I'm not saying that like most people are like, oh, that's bad. It's, you know, raining, when it's really not. It's, you know, good for the environment that we need rain. But when I say bad, I mean it's like a kind of evil that needs to be removed from gaming. And clearly one of those evils is the effing rec system ruins the game. But we'll get into that more. I think that some other channels have made a lot of strides in showing us how those things are actually bad for the gaming environment, but I think that we'll get a little bit more into it. Kind of like our I'm a fan of our own videos, obviously, with the Thoughts On series, where we kind of take a more in-depth, thoughtful look at different things in the Halo franchise. And I don't think it's going to go out of the Halo franchise, because, you know, I think the Halo franchise would be the one that's the easiest to fix, to be honest. I think that, you know, if a lot of us were in charge of 343 Studios, we could have done this better than they have. So that's, you know, one of the things that we're going to talk about. I think I've been rambling a little bit too long now. Say my good word, remember Reach. That would be my good word for today. Halo 5 Guardians, the Halo Reach Halo 5 Guardians update was absolute trash, and the game should be punished for showing Halo Reach such trash. As an excuse for a Halo Reach update. Well, like I said, we'll get into all the things hopefully all of the things I say, Alex and I will get into eventually, and in a little bit more depth to get some insight and understanding. But yeah, remember Reach. Go in Halo Reach and play Halo Reach if you want Halo Reach, because Halo 5 Guardians is giving us the fucking opposite of Halo Reach. It's giving us shitty DLC and crappy armor sets and paid for, literal with money, paid for Halo Reach armor. So, you know, go yell at 343 in the forums or something, because somebody needs to fucking yell at those assholes. So, this has been the Crazy Man, and a nice, good old rambling video of newsness of sorts. And I'll see you guys next time.